It's on the cold side here in Toronto, but the Rogers Center roof is shut and we're almost set for baseball. Today it's Grapefruit League action between the Blue Jays and the Houston Astros. With that, a look at John Gibbons' lineup for the visiting Blue Jays. Steve, what are the keys to success for them today?
Well, they need to get guys on base, so you need patience at the top of the lineup and then aggressiveness out of the middle of the order once you've got some guys to drive in.
Tanner Roark, the right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, he's got 5 pitches to work with, so that really makes it difficult for the hitter. He can change speeds, ball moving in and out. Not a lot of fun for the hitters.
And with a quick breather here, let's call on a look at how the Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch Andrew McCutchen out there in that outfield. Man, he can play. Does a lot of things defensively, can go, and has a pretty darn good throwing arm as well.
Jackie Robinson makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Jackie Robinson.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
First pitch, 106.
The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Cruz going back at the track, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Settling in now, Joe Morgan. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side, and call that a nice clean base hit, his first of the game. Ted Williams takes his first shot now with a man at first following the 1-out single.
Well, this is kind of the way you draw it up. Have at least one guy on base for the middle of your order. We'll see if they can drive him in and get that early run.
McCutchen going back, still going back, and it's gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center as the Blue Jays take a 2-0 advantage.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long a home run as you're going to see.
Right fielder.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Edgar Martinez takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and one away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike one. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is McCutchen. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. George Brett set to take his first cuts with a man at first and two away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
And a dive, but he's back. chopper foul. 2 out with the man at first. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. The 0-2 delivery. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Jays strike. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. What's the key for a home victory, Steve?
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of those sinking fastballs, so you got to look for the ball to get up in the zone. If you swing at anything down, you're going to be rolling over pitches, and it's hard to get a rally started if you're hitting into double plays all day.
Andrew McCutchen is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Called strike in a dangerous location there. 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
Striding into the box, Ernie Banks, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Sinkers in there, no balls and a strike. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
He just might be up there taking pitches, waiting for that base runner to go, but he's not going to be able to take anymore.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Chopped weakly to the left. And the throw by Yount is in time, and that's the first out. Nelson Cruz set to hit now for the first time.
Right fielder, Nelson.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
And if you want to contain his bat, this is what you have to do. Work ahead in the count against him all game long.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Paul Konerko gets his first shot now, trying to cash in with a runner at third and 2 gone.
Yeah, and all he needs to do here is find a hole anywhere.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Men on third with 2 down. Not in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Hit out towards second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Robinson Cano steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy. And it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
And a rather interesting decision here as they'll put him on and move the runner into scoring position now.
Batting 6th, catcher.
A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And he falls behind 0-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Capuano pauses. Here's the 0-2. On the ground up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Matt Duffy steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge...
And the right fielder is there to make the catch. And Yogi Berra will start us off here in inning number 2 with our score tied 2-2.
And with the way both teams swung the bats in the first inning, we may be looking at a lot more runs than that.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Another one sent foul. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Batting 8.
Robin Yount digs in, ready for his first plate appearance. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. 2-2 is our score. Leadoff man aboard at first here with nobody out. Tap fouled at home plate. The 0-2 home. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. The pitcher, Chris Capuano, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Runners going. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And that'll be in time as a perfect strike to second from Navarro gets his man. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside. Nori Aoki strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Left fielder.
Hit hard up the middle. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning. The tag, and he's out at second base. He probably should have stayed right where he was.
Batting 9.
Tanner Roark steps into the box.
Roark.
And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Capuano into his motion. Here's the 2-1. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. On deck, there's Andrew McCutchen. He'll hit next. And a full count now. 3-2. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Andrew McCutchen will stand in now, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. To short. Yount is up with it. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Back with Major League Baseball on the show as we welcome you back to Toronto and Rogers Center. Jackie Robinson is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Heading out towards shallow right. Cruz is there. Makes the play, 1 away. Coming to the plate now, Joe Morgan. He singled his last time up. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo shot here to left as the Blue Jays have taken a 3-2 lead.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Standing in now, Ted Williams. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. On the ground near home. That winds up foul for the second strike. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. Bryce Harper will dig in. He singled his first time around. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll try to hold up on the pitch inside, but to no avail, and that's the first strike. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. Bottom of the... Ernie Banks digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
And it's quickly 0-2. Hit on the ground to short. Yount fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
The right fielder, number 23, Nelson Cruz.
Nelson Cruz will stand in. He took home a Silver Slugger Award for American League outfielders. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. Third inning, already a 3-2 ball game. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Just got a piece up the line, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
2 more ground outs, and that's the product of throwing that sinker. Just about every time you swing at it, you're either going to hit the top of it or miss it altogether. And if you do hit it, you're going to be killing all the work.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. 3 innings complete. Colin McHugh will come on and get some work as he makes his 2nd appearance so far this spring. Edgar Martinez is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. This is foul for the first strike. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. 2 different locations, but equally effective.
George Brett is into the box for his 2nd at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
And he popped up a high fastball last time, so maybe they feel like they can beat him upstairs. We might see that same pitch again in this at-bat.
McHugh pauses, 0-1 on its way. And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. Drilled right back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Yogi Berra is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Second pitch is chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind now 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Chopped foul right at home plate. Now the 0-2 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Aoki is under it. 1 out. Now at the plate, Robin Yount. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away. Chris Capuano will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get 1 home, maybe 2. This is a big-time chance.
Goodness. 0-2 now.
Well, that's just not the time to be helping him out there. He's already in trouble, so don't make things easier on him.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair, and it remains a... Leading off the inning, Robinson Cano, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Chop foul at the plate, strike one.
Baseball fans see Robinson Cano, and they think of his time with the Yankees and the Mariners, but some forget how great he was during the World Baseball Classic in 2013. He hit .469 for the undefeated Dominican team on his way to the tournament MVP award.
Catcher, Deoner.
So the base is empty here with one away, and standing in is the catcher Deoner Navarro. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Nope.
Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Good action on the sinker, 1-2.
And I think now you're starting to get the sense that he's put that first inning behind him, and he looks a lot more comfortable out there now.
And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are two gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt Duffy.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Grounded to third. Brett has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Astros go down 1-2-3. Still a 3-2 ball game. Ray Gomez will come on now and take the ball for the fourth time this spring.
Ray Gomez.
Jackie Robinson will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first two plate appearances thus far. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Now the Astros are going to get a left-hander up and cranking out in the bullpen. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Robinson is retired, and there's one away.
Second baseman.
So one away here with the bases empty. And here comes an important cog in the big red machine, Joe Morgan. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are two away now. Ted Williams strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded to first. Konerko is right there. Over to the bag now is Konerko as he takes care of it himself for the third out. So no runs. Nori Aoki will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Williams on the move, and this will land foul. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Capuano sets his sights, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with two strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Robinson giving chase. One down. Carlos Perez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 58, Carlos Perez.
Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Looks at a sinker there that drops in, 1-1. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no one will get this one. Looked like a sinker there, but he got under it anyway. This is lifted out to left. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2. Andrew McCutchen will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. And this is taken outside for ball 1. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, and a diving effort there at third. Good way to bruise your ribs. How much for one of them ribs? It's a foul ball. Hit the other way out toward right field. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Michael Givens is out from the bullpen now as he'll work in his 3rd game so far this spring. Bryce Harper steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Edgar Martinez will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt attempt. George Brett will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
Grounded up the first baseline. To his left, Konerko. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they're held in check. Ernie Banks will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Quick throw to first by Morgan, and that's the first out. Nelson Cruz will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Paul Konerko will step in, a groundout victim his last time.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. Jeff Manship is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7. Yogi Berra will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a defensive swing there. That pitch hit him, I believe. But it won't matter as it'll go into the books as a strikeout for out number 1. Grounded slowly to the left side. Banks gloves it. Throws over to Konerko for out number 2. Chris Capuano digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Hit hard. But this will be a foul ball. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. They're up 3-2. Murray Leifer will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
37, Murray Leifer.
In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. Sent on the ground out to second. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning. So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Dioner Navarro. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. The second for 1, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
The batter, third baseman, Matt Duffy.
Out in front of it, strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. Softly on a line to third. But gloved by the third baseman for the out. But they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Number 8, Nori Aoki.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And here's a sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him.
Nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
Williams is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Astros leave 1. Murray Leifer will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here. William Jitsi will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Leading off for Toronto.
Tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Barehanded on the move. He beat it out.
Good effort, though.
If that was anybody else running down the line, he'd have had him. Joe Morgan will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. And another base hit as this is through into center, and they're in business now to start the 8th. Ted Williams will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very 1st inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. A little roller toward the hole. And he indeed takes only the out at first as the runners move to second and third with 1 away now. Bryce Harper will have another go. He struck out looking his last time.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order. Edgar Martinez will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
He had a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Duffy is there for it. George Brett stands in looking to turn this narrow lead into a wide one if he can come through with a big base hit here.
Yeah, Matt, but conversely, if the man on the mound can get out of this jam, he'll keep this a very tight game. Big moment right here.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Steven Souza will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Chopped toward the second baseman. Quick throw to first by Morgan, and that's the first down.
The center fielder, number 22.
Andrew McCutcheon gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Grounded to the right. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now. Ernie Banks will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Martinez is up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They're down 3 to... Randall Delgado will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Striding in to start the 9th, Yogi Berra, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Hard liner toward short, and that may have had a bit too much on it as he can't knock it down. Running hard, he's digging for second. Runner at second now. Nobody out. And here comes the lifelong Brewer, Robin Yount. First offering on its way. Oh, that one deflects off him. I think it got his arm. Unable to recover. He's safe at first, and now the attention turns back to the guy on the mound. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm, and that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off, and from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue, so that at least is a good sign. Raleigh Fingers will get an opportunity off the bench here as he'll bat with runners at the corners now, and still nobody out. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike 1.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. So we've got runners at the corners here, 1 away, and in steps a man whose number 42 has been forever retired, Jackie Robinson. Drilled left side, and that'll get past his outstretched glove. It's a base hit, and that could be a big insurance run here as that pushes the lead to 2 here in the top of the 9th. So it's a tight spot here. First and second, 1 man out, and here comes an important cog in the big red machine, Joe Morgan. And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
And on the mound, you can tell he's not in here to mess around. He means business.
Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Ready on 0-2. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. Ted Williams strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Here's the first pitch, chop foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Swung on and chopped up, and oh, this is off the second base bag, and they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often. Joaquin Soria will take over with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9.
Number 48, Joaquin Soria.
Squared that one up just a little late. Looking to minimize the damage here. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. 0-2, here it is. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with, well, come on now, trying to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth. Leading off the inning, Nelson Cruz, and they'll need him to get something going here. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Fingers looks in. Here's the 0-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
First baseman, Paul Konerko.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now batting, second
Murray
baseman,
Leefer makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the ninth inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, runs at something of a premium here in this matchup, so it doesn't make it quite as hard to find our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that's a wrap here this afternoon. For EK, Psycho, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com. The Blue Jays come out on top, 4-2.